from the MGM studios in Hollywood.
This is a story of our early America, of the century of conflict between the British and their American colonies against the French and Indians, when necessity made simple men, unknown to history, into giants in daring and endurance.
Kill I allowed to escape. He's wounded and hides in the forest.
Keep him there for 2 days, Black Wolf. Long enough for me to get to Crown Point before he can bring word of this ambush.
Gray Otter, go with Revis. And bring back word whether Major Rogers takes my trail with many of his rangers or only a small party.
I do not think you will have long to wait.
This time, Wobi Mataanda, the White Devil Rogers will walk into my ambush.
Let her go, Major!
For the 10th time, Hunk, I'm not angry anymore. It's over with. Done. Now let's shake hands.
Shaking hands don't prove nothing. It seems you have no choice, Major Rogers.
I guess you're right, Revis.
Quit horns waggling around and let her go. Note all the time you weren't mad at me.
That's a pretty risky way to have me prove it. You know, one of these times I might miss. And I'd sure hate to lose my first sergeant.
A man so skilled with a hatchet has little need for this, Major.
That's good work, Revis. What do I owe you?
2 shillings, Major. Let me look. Not bad. For a Portuguese.
There's a little Indian in him, too.
What makes you say that, Major?
You walk toes in, like an Indian.
My father was Portuguese. My mother was a Mohawk. Your friends.
You know, I could use a first-rate gunsmith in my Rangers. Protecting the colonists from the French and their Algonquin allies is a worthwhile job, Revis.
Mending muskets and pistols for the colonists and soldiers is a worthwhile job too, Major. And it pays much better.
Well, when you leave the fort, don't advertise it. You might lose your hair. The French have spies around.
I'm always careful, Major.
Major Rogers, General Amherst would like you to report at headquarters immediately, sir.
Right with you, soldier. Took you 4 days to reach here from Nipigon?
I hid in the forest. Them red murderers hung around for 2 days before they cleared out. Then I made my way to John White's farm and borrowed a horse.
You bring this with you?
In my back.
Black Wolf's Algonquins, General. They're the only tribe that use black feathers.
And them's the hellions that's been pulling all the ambushes lately.
Far too many. We've got to put an end to it. You can go now, Jonas. Major. Now, here we are at Crown Point. Here is Nipigon. And we know the Algonquins left here 2 days ago. Now, if you take a company of your rangers, traveling by forced marches, you ought to be able to overtake the Algonquins and wipe them out.
With the General's permission, I disagree with sending out a large force. In my opinion, there are at least one, if not more, spies around this fort. Now, if a large force pulled out, Black Wolf would know about it. He'd stay away from us. General, the important thing to do is to catch his spy, or spies. Cut off his intelligence and put an end to these ambushes.
Spies? Here? Would you have any suspicions?
I'd like to know a little more about Rivas, the gunsmith, General.
Rivas, a spy? Oh, come now, Major. Why, he's...
First-class craftsman. I'd hate to lose his services. But he travels around the settlements. Has freedom of this fort. Admits to being half Indian. Mohawk, he claims. But it might be Algonquin.
Oh, really, Major? I've known Rivas almost 2 years, and he's proven himself honest and trustworthy. Why, last month he rebought a brace of pistols that were given me by the king. Did a magnificent job on them, too. No, Major, I'm afraid I can't go along with your suspicions of Rivas.
You bring word for Black Wolf?
Dear mate also, catch.
By the left flank! Charge!
General Amherst, sir. This is Martin Polk. He's a trapper. He was captured by the French a few days ago, but managed to escape. He brings some interesting news.
The French was talking about Major Rogers here. They've posted a reward on his scalp of 1,000 pounds.
For 1,000 pounds, many a man might be tempted to become a spy, General.
I agree. If you're still thinking of Rivas.
Well, whoever he is, I intend to get him.
How?
By setting a trap for him, with my scalp as the bait.
You're fired up!
This Algonquin was hiding by the lake shore, General.
Strangled.
Well, it had to be done silently, Major. I didn't know if there were any others with him.
Were there?
No, he was alone.
A good piece of work, Rivas. Take him over to the burial ground. Well, Major, it seems you've just lost your prize suspect.
It would seem so. Oh, General, I've been meaning to ask you about the wall map in your office.
Huh?
It's an uncommonly fine one, and I'm curious to know who made it.
An artist named Langdon Town drew it from some of the rough maps you made. He's here painting a portrait of my niece, Elizabeth.
An old artist with a long white beard, I trust.
On the contrary, Major. Young and quite handsome.
Oh, Hunk. It occurs to me the Rangers could use a good map maker.
Yeah, I reckon they could, Major. Especially if he's young and good-looking and just happens to be painting a picture of Miss Elizabeth.
That's an intriguing thought.
Why, Bob, what a pleasant surprise. Mr. Langdon Town, Major Rogers.
How do you do? Sorry to barge in on Michelangelo, but I came in to say goodbye. It's a mission for your uncle.
Dangerous?
Oh, no, just a quiet trip up Lake Champlain. Mapping the shoreline. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad at all. You must paint Hunk sometime.
Hunk.
Hunk is Bob's first sergeant. He's very nice, but I'm sure he'd scalp anyone who suggested such a thing.
Oh. You know, Mr. Town, I saw that map you made for the general. Very fine indeed.
Thank you, Major.
I need a good map maker on this trip I'm taking. How about coming along?
Oh, no, thank you. I find my present occupation far too absorbing.
I don't blame you. However, if Elizabeth can spare you for a few minutes, I'd like to borrow some of your parchment and colored crayons.
Delighted, Major. My cabin is right close by.
Bob, take care.
Something to take with me. to you, Mr. Tyler.
How many?
It's a very interesting place, this. Colorful, romantic. Quite a change from Harvard College.
Oh, Harvard, really? Well, it's too bad you won't join the Rangers. A Harvard man would tone up the outfit considerably.
Sorry I can't oblige. Well, this is where I live. Hey, what are you trying to do?
Sorry for the inconvenience, Harvard, but I needed a map maker. If you promise to keep your voice down, I'll untie you.
Was it a map maker?
Keep it down. We're in Algonquin territory.
Was it a map maker you wanted, or was it just to get me away from Elizabeth?
Lovely, isn't she?
Very, but you haven't answered my question.
It's a difficult question, Harvard. I'll try to have the answer by the time we get back to Crown Point.
And when will that be?
Depends on when we run into that ambush.
Ambush?
Any time now, Harvard. So keep quiet and keep your head down.
Look, this is my best suit of clothes. It'll get ruined.
A Ranger outfit. My voice might not take to a Harvard man, so I'm giving you temporary rank of ensign.
Temporary is right.
Pull it down over your eye, Ranger style. That's better.
Major Rogers! Major Rogers!
Stay in the canoe and watch sharp.
I'm on my way to the settlement at Manawak. Saw you from the bank. How far north you going?
Might go as far as Otter Cove.
Well, that's only 5 miles from Manawak. Be glad to pay you for my transportation, Major.
Seen any Algonquin sign?
Some, 10 days to 2 weeks old. Nothing fresh.
Take you as far north as we go. No charge. Compliments of the Rangers.
It's getting dark soon, Major. How about making camp here? My spine's tied in knots.
Want to wake up with your throat cut and your hair missing?
Harvard, when you make camp, get out of sight, up a creek. That way you'll live longer.
Any Algonquin sign?
None.
I just been telling Harvard here about your aim to find the Northwest Passage.
Northwest Passage. That's it, Harvard. I kidnapped you to train you for that trek. Someday this country will belong to us, and it will be our Northwest Passage. You're going to be the official map maker.
It's a big trip. I doubt if Elizabeth would like it.
Why, now I plan to take her along. It'll be our honeymoon. She'll enjoy every minute of it.
Then I will come along to take over the minute the Indians lift your hair.
Major.
Easy. Rivas has sneaked off. Now stuff your gear in your blanket and be sharp about it. Leave your muskets. Sidearms only. I want these to look right to visiting Indians. That's Hunk, saying we've got company coming.
This hellcat.
Green eyes. She's white.
Yeah, outside maybe. Inside, she's all red hellion.
White Devil Rogers.
Harvard, never try to out-wrestle an Algonquin. Use your hatchet.
Forgot I had one.
You're lucky you're alive to remember you forgot. Now, both of you, make sure they're dead. What's your name?
Natula.
I mean your white woman name.
Long, long time ago, Natula was taken prisoner by Algonquins. Now Natula is Indian. She has no white woman name.
Well, why were you traveling with an Algonquin war party?
Natula came to take care of Black Wolf if he got hurt.
Black Wolf, huh? Are you his squaw? You picked a great warrior. He ran away and left you.
Black Wolf will not forget Natula.
Rivas. You know Rivas? Yes, I think you do.
Too bad she ain't a man. There'd be ways to make her talk. Maybe we don't have to make her talk. After all, we know now that Rivas is a spy we've been looking for.
Load up the canoe. It'll be dawn pretty soon. We're pulling out before we get any more visitors.
I'll bring Rivas' stuff. Might be something in there worth looking at.
Right. Now let's get moving.
Sure you can handle her?
Still think Black Wolf will come after you? Well, maybe he will. If he's partial to she-catter mounts. Harvard, your job is to see Natula doesn't escape.
Escape? How can she? She's all tied up.
Well, tied up or not. Give her the opportunity to go overboard and she'll take her chances on reaching the shore.
Oh, no, you don't. You gotta kick like a bull moose.
Major! Major! Wait for me!
I can drill a buzzard real pretty.
Hold it, Hunk.
work, Harvard. Say, where's the Major?
That girl get away?
Black Wolf's got her. You take permanent care of Rivas?
No, but the court-martial will. After his trial at Crown Point.
Half Algonquin. Why, that dirty, low-down, treacherous rattlesnake?
And here's his top piece.
Wrap him into a pretty package. I want the general to see his fancy hairdo.
Come on, sweetheart. I'm gonna hog-tie you so you won't know which end is up.
You learn much on this trip, Harvard?
I learned one thing for sure, Major. For a nice, quiet sleep, you can't be camping out of sight up a creek.
You're all right, Harvard. Proud to have you in the Rangers.